Welcome on this tutorial. Wish all you are well. Since last few tutorials I have been discussing C programming on different control statements. This tutorial also I will discuss two programs. One is how to detect whether a number is prime number or not. The another program is how to detect whether a number is palindrome number or not. I will also discuss how to find palindrome numbers from a range of numbers. I will use different control statements like for loop, while loop, if statement, etc. Entering into the discussion, please subscribe. It is the only return from you and it will encourage me to upload more and more important tutorials. Now checking whether a particular number is prime or not. To check it, first we need to know which one is prime number. The number which have only two factors, that number is the prime number. So first we need to find factors of a particular number. How to find it? Say any number n, we will check whether this number is divisible by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4 up to n. When the number n is divisible by any number from 1 to n, then that number is a factor of n. To find number of factors, what we will do? Whenever we will get a factor, then we will increment a variable, say count. So after checking for the value of 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n, if the count value is only 2, then the number is a prime number. Otherwise, the number is not a prime number. Now explaining how by programming we can do it. This for loop is the main part where the value of I is incrementing by 1 from 1 to that number which we want to check whether the number is prime or not. The value of that number is say 7. I is the variable, the value of I is from 1 to 7. So for I is equal to 1, no doubt I less or is equal to 7. So the execution will enter into the body of the for loop. Here first we will check whether this 7 is divisible by the value of 1 or not. So I is 1, whether n modulo I is equal to 0 means when the value of n, here it is 7, is divisible by the number, here first number is 1, then n modulo I is equal to 0 will provide a logic 1 signal. What will happen? The count value will be incremented by 1. So initial count value say 0. I have defined it here. Now I is equal to 1. Whether 7 is divisible by 1? Yes. So count value will be incremented by 1. After execution this count plus plus, again it will go back to here. Now I is equal to 2. Whether 7 modulo 2 is equal to 0 or not. 7 is not divisible by 2. So this will provide logic 0 signal. So count value will not be incremented. Again it will return for I is equal to 3. Same thing will happen. 7 is not divisible by 3. Again it will return back for I is equal to 4. 7 is not divisible by 4. I will be incremented to 5. 7 is not divisible by 5. Next I will be incremented to 6. 7 is not divisible by 6. I will be incremented say 7. Now 7 is divisible by 7. So this logic n modulo I, that is 7 modulo 7, will be equal 0. It will enter into the body of if statement and ultimately the count value will be incremented by 1. So this is 2. After that I will be 8. So this logic will not be satisfied. It will come out from for loop. What is the value of count value now? Now the count value is 2. So after this, we will check whether the count value is 2 or anything else. That is done by these instructions. Here I have used if instruction. If the count value is equal to means if the count value is 2, then number is prime. So I have used printf, that number is prime. Otherwise, printf, the number is not prime. For taking the value from the keyboard, I have used this printf and scanf instruction. When we will put the value from the keyboard, the value will be entered into the variable n. Now running the program, see whether it is working or not. Say enter the number. First I am entering the number 7, enter. Say 7 is prime. Checking with another number. If we put the value 12, we should get the output. 12 is not a prime number. So entering 12, say 12 is not a prime number. So our program is working perfectly. Now trying to explain whether a number is palindrome number or not. For that we need to know what is palindrome number. If reverse of a given number is same as original number, it is called palindrome number. Say a particular number consists of 3 digits x, y, z. If we reverse the position of this digit, means the z will be at first position, next y, next x, then the number will be z, y, x. This is new number while I have changed the position of the digits. Original number is x, y, z. Say this number is placed into the variable n and this number is placed into the variable new. Now if these two numbers are equal, then the number n is palindrome number. For example, say the original number is having 3 digits 1, 2 and 3. When we reverse the position, new number will be 3, 2, 1. Means the original number was 123 and new number is 321. So these two are not equal. So the number 123 is not a palindrome number. Taking another example, 131. If we reverse the position, that is this third position will be the first position, next this 3 will come, next this 1 will come. Now say the original number, that is 131, and the new number which is again 131. So original number and new number are equal. So the original number is a palindrome number. Now how we may write a program to check whether a number is palindrome number or not. To reverse position of different digits from a particular number, we need to identify the digits separately. Means we have to identify, say, the last digit z, then middle digit y, then first digit x. Identification of several digits of a particular number can be done by using these two instructions. One is the number modulo 10. Another one is the number divided by 10. While we can identify the different digits separately, then that will be placed in reverse order and ultimately a new number need to be formed. The new number can be formed by using this instruction, new is equal to new multiplied by 10 plus r, where r is n modulo 10. Now how this can be done, I am explaining with example. These two instructions, printf and scanf, has been used here to take the number from the keyboard, which will be checked whether that number is a palindrome number or not. That number has been stored into a variable, say n. These three main instructions I have used into the body of a while loop, where the condition of while loop is n greater than 0. Means the body of while loop will be executed till the value of n will be greater than 0. As the value of the n will be changed while these three instructions will be executed, so the initial value of n, which is the original number, has been kept into another variable, say temp. So in temp variable, the original number is stored. So another variable temp. Say from the keyboard I have put one number which is 1331. First it will be checked whether the number is greater than 0 or not. So say n is greater than 0 or not. So while the number is 1331, n is greater than 0. So this will provide logic true signal. It will enter into the body. First instruction is a variable r which is n modulo 10. So the value of variable r, n modulo 10 means 1331 divided by 10, and the remainder will be the value of r. What will be the remainder? If we divide this number by 10, then the value of r will be 1. Next instruction is a variable new, and what will be the data inside the new? That is the calculated value, which is new multiplied by 10 plus r. Now initial value of new is needed, and in this case the initial value of new should be 0. Say I have used here new is equal to 0. So what will be the value here? 0 multiplied by 10 plus r. What is the value of r? R is 1. So this is 1. In the variable new, now the value is 1. While next instruction will be executed, why this instruction is needed? This instruction is needed to get the rest digits of the number n except the last digit. N divided by 10, that gives the result. Means while 1331 will be divided by 10, I will get 133 as a result, and remainder will be 1. So value of n is now 133. So the new value of n is 133. Again it will be checked here whether 133 is greater than 0. Yes, that will provide true signal. Next, r is equal to n modulo 10, means this 133 will be divided by 10. What will be the remainder? Remainder will be just 3. So value of r is 3. What will be the value inside new variable? That is the previous value multiplied by 10. What is previous value? That is 1 multiplied by 10 plus present value of r. What is r? R is equal to 3. So this is 13. Again we have to delete this 3 and we need to get 13. How we will get that? N divided by 10, means when again this will be divided by 10, we will get the value 13. Same thing, it will be checked whether 13 is greater than 0. Yes, this will provide true result. What will be the value of r? R will be the remainder when 13 will be divided by 10. So the remainder is 3. What will be the value inside new variable? That will be the previous value, which is 13 multiplied by 10 plus present value of r, this is 3. So this will come 133. What we need? We need to get the digit 1. How we will get that? By this instruction, the result while we divided 13 by 10. So I will get 1. Whether 1 is greater than 0? Yes, this will provide true signal. What will be the r? R will be 1 divided by 10 and remainder. The remainder is 1. What will be the data inside the new variable? This is previous value 133 multiplied by 10 plus present value of r. This is 1. So this is 133. Next, n will be n divided by 10. So when 1 will be divided by 10, the result will be 0. Again check whether this is true or false. Here 0 greater than 0. This is not true. This is false. So the while loop will be terminated here. After this while loop operation, what is the ultimate value inside the new variable? The ultimate value inside the new variable is 1331. Now this value will be compared with the original number. Which one is original number? I have kept that original number into the variable temp. What was the value inside the temp? The value inside the temp was 1331. Now I may compare the value of temp variable with the final value of new variable, or I can take the value from temp variable to the variable n. If I do that, the new value of n will be 1331. This is done by the instruction n is equal to temp. Now I can compare the value of n variable with new variable. If the value of n variable and value of new variable will be equal, then n is palindrome number. And if value of n variable and value of new variable will not be equal, then n is not palindrome number. Now how this can be checked? For that I have used these instructions. Here the condition I have used: if the value of the variable n will be equal to the value of the variable new, that is n equal to new, then the number is palindrome, otherwise the number is not palindrome number. So this is how we can check whether a number is palindrome or not. Now I am running the program to check it. This is the program, running it. Say enter the number. I am entering the same number 1331. This is a palindrome number, so we should get that the number 1331 is palindrome. Enter. Say 1331 is palindrome number. I am entering another value, say 12345. Is it palindrome number? No. So I should get 12345 is not a palindrome number. Say 12345 is not a palindrome number. So program is working perfectly. Now if we want to find palindrome numbers from range of numbers, what I can do? I will run full operation into a for loop. For n is equal to 1, n less or is equal to range, n plus plus. This range is a variable. Value of the range is the highest number. So using this instruction, the value of n will be changed from 1 to that highest value, and the program will detect the palindrome numbers from the value 1 to the highest value. As I have used the variable range, so this one will be range, and I must specify the data type of range variable. Say it is integer type data, and it is better to delete this else part because I want to get only the palindrome numbers. Probably the program is okay. Now checking whether it is working or not. Running the program. I am entering 130 as the last number. Program should find all the palindrome numbers from 1 to 130. Enter. Say these are the palindrome numbers. 1 is palindrome 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 22, 33, 101, 111, 121 are the palindrome numbers. If I want to start the checking not from 0 but from another number, in that case the initial value of n need to be changed. Say I want to start checking from 1000. So the value of n will be initialized as 1000. Again running the program. Say I want to check up to 2000. So 2000, enter. Say these are the palindrome number. 1001, 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 1 like this. These are the palindrome numbers in between 1000 to 2000. So our program is working perfectly. Throughout the discussion, I have tried to explain operation of different control statements in C programming. I have explained how to detect a prime number, how to detect palindrome number. In next tutorial, I will explain more examples. Please subscribe, be with me, put your comments and queries in comment section.